Rob Clayton, thanks for taking the time. Congratulations. Big win over Grand Canyon and 3 guys, Nagel, Swigert, Winterfield. I know everybody, but those 3 really performed well.
Yeah, it was great. We were dominant. I mean, and we not only won, but we were really fast all over. At the end of the meet, just show of hands how many guys did best times, and we had all kinds of hands going up. And I'm like, guys, this is a dual meet in November. We have our big meet is coming up in 10 days, and we're on a great trajectory. But yeah, James was sensational. Really jumping into different events in some cases. I mean, he has so many events that we could put him in. And he would be contending at the conference level in 4 or 5 different events at least. And so we just have to pick and be wise and make sure that he's a master of whatever events he does instead of pretty darn good at events that he'll never swim. So anyway, we're figuring that out. And but he was great. Camden had a great 400 IM.
Pool record, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know that. That's fabulous. Yeah, so no, he was really good. And Nagel, he was winning his events out of the second heat, which is the slower heat. So, a little bit of you're not really supposed to do that as a coach, to put the real studs in the second heat. But Tommy was showing us wrong, and he was sensational, his times. A couple other guys, Tyler Surratt. We had a lead after the first day, about 5 points, and then they won the medley relay and tied it up immediately. So 1,000 free is next event, and they had gone 1-2 in the 500. They had guys that were seated way ahead of us, and Tyler took over at about midway point of the race and just put the guy from Grand Canyon at his hip and held on the rest of the way and just was sensational. And that really sparked us. Jacob Balseco coming back, he was on a 2-year church mission, and so he's coming back, and he really came into form. And again, won the 100 free convincingly out of the second heat. And, again, just something where we knew he had it in him. We didn't know how long it would take to see that come out. And, he was huge. And, all kinds of guys were getting best times. Tanner Wilson, wanted to point out he really had a great weekend. He didn't win anything, but he was right there in the breaststrokes and all of team breaststroke. We had, I think we were like 1 through 5 in the 100 breaststroke, and 200 breaststroke was the same way with Sebastian and Nagel and Wilson and Rosales and the other Wilson. We call them the Wilson twins. So it was really, and Mac Nuval was sensational as well. So anyway, team breaststroke really brought it. The whole team brought it, and then we had a couple days. We stayed down at sea level, trained, and got some really good specific race prep training in while we were at sea level. Something that's a little more challenging at altitude, but we were able to do that. And not only that, but it was 80 degrees there when everyone was snowed in back home. So it just made the trip even that much sweeter.
Yeah, absolutely. You already mentioned, of course, the Art Adamson Invitational coming up, and that's down in Texas, so sea level. But is there any leeriness at all? I don't know that you've ever had this many personal records being set this early in the season.
Correct. You are correct. No, we're going to be good. I'm confident of that. And the guys, we've talked about this week after week, and, not quite as sharp when we swam Wyoming, but that was, we were just a little off, and that's been the exception. Every other time you and I have sat down, I've raved about just the incredible work the guys are doing, and that hasn't changed, whether it's a practice at 6:30 in the morning, whether it's the last practice of the week, whether it's a meet, whether it's every time we open the doors and they dive in the water, the guys are ready to go. And, the work that they've done, we're ready to reap a little benefit. It should be a celebration down in College Station guys are super excited, as they should be. Coaches are super excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Rob, Clayton, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Brian.